Alrighty.
Okay.
We have.
So, what you want to do, before you leave the pad is, the most basic thing.
I'm on the pad, son.
I'll come back. I'll recall.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, that's one thing. Recalling. You can recall from anywhere on the map. Um, you press B to do it,
So does that
but
take
it
you back to the pad?
it recalls you back. Stay here. Stay on the pad.
So wait,
Oh,
what
you're
if I
gonna
press
test it.
B? Ha
It
ha ha
takes
ha.
8 seconds, so you can't like just use it to get away whenever you want, kind of a thing. It's just like once something big has happened or you want to go back to buy something or whatever. Um, so you can do that. And so on the pad, click the man thing, left click him, or
The
press. Also, alternatively, P is the button for the shop. Just you can't buy off the pad, but you can just look at stuff. Um,
I
so what
see.
you want to do is first thing.
Hunter's machete. Yep.
Actually, no, that's good.
By the way, we're playing League of
It'll have like your
Legends.
recommended items. Um, Usually it recommends to start with boots because how boots work is like it just gives passive movement speed, but you can't stack boots. So
I don't think
basically
boots are
boots are
available for
like
me.
part of like every build for any champion. Doesn't matter, you always get boots because it's
Right.
like one of the only items that gives movement speed. Otherwise, you'll be slow as fuck.
Well, it's
So
not highlighted
basically,
at the
just
moment.
to be safe, buy. Right click is buy in the store. You can left click, like double left click, but just one click right clicking is so much easier.
Yeah.
So basically, right click the boots of speed, the brown ones.
The in the recommended items.
Yep.
I've only got like Berserker Greaves or Hunter's Machete. The only ones that are highlighted.
Oh, okay. Well, Berserker Greaves are an upgraded boot. So what happens is, when you click an item on the right hand side, it'll have like the build path. And so if you click the Berserker Greaves, it'll come up with like the Berserker Greaves, and underneath it'll have a
Yeah.
brown boot. Like right click the brown boot. It's like the first.
Oh, okay.
It's the first in the recipe per se.
So
Um,
where's my monies? Oh, that's down there.
and then
There.
you usually buy health pots, which will be in your recommended consumables down the bottom a bit.
Yeah, I can see it up here as well. So did your
Up
money
there.
go up like every second as well?
Sorry.
Do your coins go up like every second?
Yeah, you passively get gold per 5 seconds, and there are some items that give extra gold per five, but only supports build them, so you won't have to worry about that.
So I'll buy how many health potions? Just one or?
As many as you can buy with the amount of money you have. So
Oh, I'm
just
buying so
basically
many
just
health.
spam it.
Jack, I'm buying so many health potions.
Okay, well, that's a lot more than that's a fucking okay.
Jack,
Now, what you want to do
I'm
is
healthy.
right click to this here the turret down the door bottom
Wait, do what? Right click the herper in the derp dome.
around here. So, okay, I'm gonna go over the basics. There's also what might be beneficial after this as well. I found this really awesome like mini video series. It is like super good at explaining everything,
Hmm.
like for very basic. So I'll probably find that for you. It's like not even long. You can just watch that once. Um,
Oh, I got these little dudes following me.
yeah, your minions. So basically, yeah, I'll explain
Ah!
how the lanes work because there's, as you can see on the minimap, the top, middle, and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, um, it's not going to be like this for you and us, really, now, at low levels because nobody knows how to jungle. But so what's going to happen is there's usually two bottom, one mid, and two top.
Right.
Um, I'm going to be explaining everything out of order. But anyway, so basically, you always want to be going for the minions because they actually, even though champion kills give more gold, over time, getting minion kills is much more effective and it's a lot easier. So you basically your goal in lane is to try and always get as many minions as you can, but harass and kill the enemy champion at the same time. So initially you'll be horrible at everything, and that's okay. It still manages to be fun. I don't know how.
Yeah, I did play that way back in the day, but I'm pretty sure back then it wasn't as complicated as it is now. So do I
No,
have any
it's
special attacks or anything, or
sorry.
do I have any special attacks or anything?
Yeah, yeah.
Where are they? Because all
So
I've got is like
with
glowing
your
plus signs
with your
down here.
skills, there's the QWER. I'll just go over actually I'll go over like button layout first. So yeah, QWER is your skills. You can your Q, W, and E skills, your 1, 2, 3 skills. You can level those basically at any level. But your fourth skill
Whoop.
is your ultimate skill, and you can only level it 3 times. You can level every skill up 5 times.
Right.
And the ultimate is obviously like a really good ability compared to the other ones, and you can only level it up at level 6, 11, and 16.
Right.
So you can't get it for a little bit. So basically, until you get your ultimate, it's usually pretty passive. Like unless people are going crazy, there isn't too much like killing of each other, because ultimates are what make it fun. Because like it's obviously unique for everyone. So, and also the other 2 spells on the right of like your 4, the ghost and heal. I
Yeah.
assume you have ghost and heal at the moment. Yep. They're called summoner spells. They're not unique to champions. They're like everyone can use summon
Right.
like the same summoner spells. It's just like extra spells, and they have a really long cooldown.
Yeah, I
They're like
used heal accidentally, and it's
yeah.
I'm paying for it.
Um, and they are hotkeyed to D and F. So D is the left one, and F is the right one.
Hotkey to dick and fuck.
Yep. So.
Oh, I
yeah,
gotta level up. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, buddy.
For all my hard work. Come here, bitch.
So basically, usually what you do is, depending on... Oh yeah, there's also, when you're buying items... I forgot to tell you about buying items. Oh, no, I didn't. I don't know. What the fuck? I should get this video series. It's really useful.
Yeah, I got silenced. That's not a fun thing to have happened.
Fuck, this rocker is fucking us up. Yeah, so... With items, there's generally... there's 4... I guess you could say... Well, there's 2 main builds. There's ability power and attack damage. And what you build, like attack damage is basically attributed to physical damage, or like bows and stuff like that. So like things you would like, it's actually physical. And then magic damage is like spells.
Right.
It differs per champion. Like champions are made to be AP or made to be AD because their abilities get better by either attack, like having more attack damage or having more ability power.
Right.
So your champion is actually funny because you can build him either way.
Yeah. Because when I used to play back in the day, this was my my go-to guy.
Yeah, and you can. So yeah, it kind of depends, and it's annoying at first because you'll always be asking like, is this champion AP or is this champion AD? And then you'll have to build from there. But it's good now that I have the really good recommended items, so it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I just bought something. I bought Alpha Strike. All those, I didn't have any of those activated yet.
Oh yeah. So
I'll
you'll be able to level up.
Yeah.
Because, you get 1 skill point per level. So.
Right. So, should I level up Alpha Strike?
Yeah. Okay. With Yi, I'll go in depth with Yi so you can. It's really good to go like hardcore learn one champion because then everything applies to other champions.
Yeah.
So okay. So if you're building AP Yi, his purpose is to like burst down everyone really quickly, but AD Yi is to like be sustained, like DPS, and just like do a shitload of damage and heal yourself up while you're damaging, blah blah blah. So if you're going AD, you usually max your E because it gives passive attack damage. But if you're going AP, you max Q because it does a lot of ability power damage. So just for funsies, max Q because you do a lot of damage, like straight up.
Alright, well I
So
can only do 3 for Q. Because I accidentally bought Meditate. And so wait, do you still want to buy, even though you're going to like do AP, do you still want to buy all the other ones?
Yeah, usually what you do is you, except for like when you get into like crazy tactics, the general rule is just get 1 point in each skill and then just max one and then max another and then max another kind of a thing.
Okay, right, because that's, yeah.
So once, yeah. And, what's also good, really good about APE, because what Meditate does is you heal yourself while you're standing still, but and while it channels, you have extremely high resistances, so you take a lot less damage.
Right.
And also it scales off of ability power. So when you're going APE, you can like burst down a lot of people, and then when you're getting targeted, pop meditate, and you'll just, even though you'll be staying there, you'll be healing yourself fully, and the enemy will be like doing no damage to you. So you kind of just like become a tank for your team.
So are you like immune when you're meditating?
Not immune, like you can still be like stunned or something, so that it stops the actual channel, but you're virtually at higher ranks, and when you have quite a bit of AP, you're virtually invincible. Like,
right.
You're going down, nigga.
Right,
yeah,
so all of that aside, the main goal is to get rid of the turrets, is it? And then get to the base, the Nexus.
Yeah, basically. So what happens is I'll explain, there's...
Obviously, I should use a healing pot. Hey, I forgot about that. How do you use those with the numbers, right?
Oh yeah. With your the numbers. You just
fuck. All right. Click for death recap. Do I want to do that?
It doesn't really matter. That just shows you what.
Oh, my respawn's down there.
Type of damage you do and stuff. Yeah. So. Wait, what was the question? Well,
how do you use health pots?
So initially for like the first. It depends. Between 10 and 20 minutes, there's the laning phase. It's never set whenever that ends, because it just depends on who's winning and by how much. Like, sometimes you can just be getting smashed, and so, like, all your lanes are destroyed and you just get fucked. But basically, as long as your first tower's up, you're still in your laning phase. So it just means that you keep going back to your lane whenever you die and just keep trying to push and get minions as much as you can, basically. Like, the foundation, that's what it is. But usually when either you destroy a couple of their turrets on that lane, or they destroy yours, you end up roaming, because it becomes useless just sitting in the lane and not having an opponent, because they'll usually be going off doing other stuff as well. But essentially what you want to do is just make sure you're always in your lane, and if your enemy's not in your lane, and they're in another lane, just go to where they are, and just like, that's the basics of it.
Alright,
but
so...
I mean, you'll be playing with me anyway, so I'll tell you where to go and stuff, so it doesn't matter.
So with these boots of speed, like, you don't have to activate those, they just happen as soon as you...
Yeah. With items, most items are passive, but a lot of the, like, when you... with the recipes and stuff, how, like, some items build into other items, with the expensive items that gives, like, really good stats, and are, like, mid to late game items, a lot of them have actives on them, which is... You can activate them the same as you activate potions, like whatever slot they are corresponds to the number.
Right.
And some of them they have like different things that they do. But yeah, most items it'll say passive. Like if you click on it, whatever item. So if you click on the boots, it'll say. So right now, just come just behind the tower so you can't die.
Yeah, come behind the tower.
Press P for the shop.
Yeah.
And then click on what you can do is down the bottom left of the shop, it has like your actual item tray.
Yeah.
So left click on your boots, and then the recipe part where it just like explains it, and you can see it says unique passive, so you know it's just a passive, it's not a...
So passive just means it doesn't do damage or anything?
No, passive can be damage, like there's just items that just increase like flat ability power and stuff.
But passive just means it's constantly active or something.
Yeah. You don't have to activate it. So and also in that same screen, hold on a sec. Yeah, where it says unique. If it says unique, then if you have the same item, it doesn't stack. Okay. So that's why you only ever get one boot, because it's a unique passive. So if you got two boots, it would only give you the benefit of one anyway.
Yeah.
So it's pointless of getting more than one. And it has that with a lot of like the fully built items. They're usually unique, so that you can't just stack them, because in League history, Riot are notorious for making OP items that people can just stack, and then it just ruins the game because someone's like extremely overpowered with that.
Yeah.
But they're pretty good at the moment actually with that.
Bloody Blizzard.
Fucking Blizzard. Fucking
dude.
That's it. Let's go on. Let's fuck around.
Yeah. Alright, so that's the basics of it, is it?
Very basic.
So it's basically pretty complicated.